Michael with Bear Attractions, and today we're at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom, and we're just gonna come and just enjoy the park on this warm Saturday. I'm hoping Monsoon Falls and Whitewater Safari are open today. It might be a good day to go on those rides because it'll probably be a little warm, and I think we're gonna do something different today. I've never been on Superman or Batman, so we're gonna do that. So you can see it first. It's gonna be the first time I go on both of those coasters. Right here, just before the park actually officially opened. Or what? If you come, they obviously this is as far as you can go. That's why you see everybody lined up because they're all probably gonna go do the same thing, go to the DC universe and get all those rides done. So you kind of see they have. Well, she's picking up the rope over there, but they just have a rope. That's why they call it rope drop, because they literally have a rope and then they'll drop it. They don't actually, I don't think really drop it. They'll pick it up usually like just about a minute or so before the park officially opens. All right, so they officially opened over here. Coming by Monsoon Falls. Doesn't look good at being open today. Just got that feeling. I don't know. I guess they're still working on the boats. So last time I was here, they were, you can see the boats basically on the other side over there. So I guess they're still, yeah, it doesn't look like, yeah, no boats in the station. So I guess we'll check later. We'll go to the other side of the park to see if Whitewater Safari is open. Alright, you see quite a few people are come over here first. I'm kind of curious as to which rides most people usually go first. Do they go Joker, Batman, Superman, or is it going to be kind of split up? I don't know. My guess would be Superman, because that's usually kind of has a slower it's the slower load time or what, because they only have that one car. I think I want to say it's like 3 rows of 2, so and then front, and then the second one, so I think what, maybe 12 people, so not a lot of people can fit on that ride or what. I mean, at least Batman, I think they usually have like 2 cars, so when they load one, and that leaves, they can load like the next one. And it looks like a lot of people are going to Superman first, because I see people just passing Joker. Does that mean you should do Batman first? Wait till everybody goes. I don't know, what is like the best? What's the best strategy on this one? Okay, well, never mind for Batman, because right now it's closed. I see, so it looks like maybe just I hope Superman's open.
Oh, here we go! Lift it up! It's gonna be move back!
Alright, that was a lot of fun. I wasn't sure what to expect or what. I've never been quite on a roller coaster like that. I enjoy roller coasters, but that one was, I don't know if I would say intense or different or what, fun. But I think I really enjoyed that. I think we're gonna go over, we're gonna check out Batman right now. All right, oh. All right, I think Batman's got quite a line right now, because I was hoping be able to do these. Of course, it was not open when I first went on Superman or what, so I I think, because then it opened later. Same with the Joker, they both were not open. So that was a little bit of a line, or a little bit shorter. That's okay. You know what? Because it's noon, I think we're gonna grab some lunch, and then maybe walk around for a bit or what, and then maybe we'll come back maybe in the afternoon once everybody else has kind of gone on, and then maybe we can try to do Batman today. All right, guys, some lunch. Nothing fancy today, just some chicken strips and some fries. But why I was in line getting food or what, I was just curious to see what the Batman line was like. And so when I looked on the app, they said it's 120 minutes, so 2 hours for Batman. I think that's a little long, so I'm glad we kind of skipped that, but maybe we'll try back a little bit later in the day. Maybe the line will be a little shorter. I just had lunch. And now we're gonna move on. I was just checking the app or what, because I was curious about like Whitewater Safari, and they have it listed as closed for the season. So I kind of thought it was strange. Figured by this time of the year, that ride would be open, but maybe they wait till a little bit more into summer before they open those rides. I think today what we're gonna do is we're gonna walk along this trail past the stingrays and the seals, and then towards where the shark experience is, and then we'll go around the park to like where the animals are, the giraffes and the lions, and then we'll circle to Oasis Plaza. We got the train running today. Sometimes they don't always have the train running. And since we're here, I think we'll go check out the shark experience. Really got the sidewalk moving today. They don't always happen.
One's bigger.
Which one?
Over there. That one on the shoulder. Huh? Oh, you can see one there? He's so sick.
A couple of sharks resting on the bottom here. It was kind of quiet in there. Usually when I go there, it's kind of busy, but today wasn't too busy in the shark experience. Maybe later today, sometimes that's kind of a nice shaded place to cool off when it's hot in the afternoon. They just don't have the store open yet. I mean, it looks like they have like shelving and stuff in there. They're just kind of set it up, but it seems like they've been working on this for kind of a long time. Before we get over to the animals, we're gonna take a quick detour to kind of the backside of the Whitewater Safari, and we'll see if, was curious to see if there was any water in the ride. I think there's a little bit of water. I think I would have said last time we were though, it was completely drained. So maybe they've been doing some testing on it or what. It's kind of a shame that this ride isn't open today. I mean, it's not super hot, but it is pretty warm. I mean, definitely a day to go on. But like I said, yeah, I think last time there was like no water in this area. So hopefully, maybe beginning of June, which I know it's tomorrow. Actually, time you see the video, it'll be June 1st or what. But I know when the parks open up, most of them are opening full time on June 6th. So hopefully by then. If Whitewater Safari had been open, I think we would have definitely got on a ride today. Like I said, it's not too hot today, but it does feel a little warm. I was just walking by this area. I'm trying to remember if I ever noticed that this section is missing, because it looks like they could do a little bit of an animal meet and greet here, because obviously it looks like behind there, you put that shade up, they got something obviously behind it or what. But the way they have this kind of curve asphalt section, like you would go in one way, you know, like somebody would stand there with an animal or something and then continue on or what. And then speaking of animals, if you hadn't seen our news video, which was posted Sunday morning, this is probably going to be posted Sunday afternoon or what. They're going to do World Conservation Day. They have 2 of them in June. Next week in June 7th is World Ocean Day. And on June 21st, so 2 weeks later, they're doing World Giraffe Day. So on those days, they're going to have the animal care specialists out, you know, help, you know, answering questions you might have about the animals, and then just have other exhibits out. So I think if we came in time, because I think the feeding time is 1 o'clock. I think I was here last time, but I think we had just missed it. They had like literally just finished. So they got 3 of the giraffes out. Sometimes I only see, oh no, 4. There's one way in the back. Oh, I think he knows. He's gonna get a little treat there. That's kind of key. I'm sure the kids enjoy that. Feeding the, sorry, feeding the giraffes. That's a fun experience. Not only just for the kids, but the whole family. You get to feed the giraffe. So at least the lion's awake, but just before I started to film, that one walked over and just plopped down right under the other lion or what. But at least they're out, because sometimes they come by, they're to sleep in. If you can see the cheetahs resting in the shade over there. I think it's about this spot he was last time we were here. He was just kind of taking a rest in the shade area. What they got out here? I think what did they have I think a snake and something else. Oh, it's a turtle. I don't see the cougars today. Last time they were hiding like under those rocks, or well, I didn't even see them out. So maybe they're in the back or something, or they're in those like houses over there. I was walking by, saw the water. That maybe they'd have the. I think they'd have the phones going, because I think they come up, but they got like they just attached hose here, and it's just squirting some water, so at least the kids have a way to kind of cool off. It's a shame they don't have the fountains anymore. They're always cool, and you know, some parks used to do that. They have a little area the kids kind of just run through and cool off. The line for Sidewinder Safari doesn't look too bad, so I think we're gonna go for a ride. This is also another ride I haven't been on yet. great. That was a lot of fun. Kind of still reminds me a little bit of like Psycho Mouse over at Great America, where you kind of go up and then you just kind of literally wind your way down. Like some of those turns, man, you just whip right around that corner. Things got a little bit warmer. I mean, I just checked this. It's only about 80, I think 82, 83 degrees or what, but it feels a little bit warmer than that. I'm pretty sure that Hurricane Harbor is probably pretty busy today. Kind of wish I almost brought my bean suit. We would have maybe wrapped up here in a bit and gone over there for maybe a couple hours just to cool off. I was just walking by the Dolphin Stadium a few minutes ago. I heard some music playing. I can hear some like voices over the loudspeaker or what. The entrance is blocked off, but I'm kind of wondering if maybe they were doing like a rehearsal for the show, and hopefully soon the show will be back. Really wish they had those water rides open today. Oh man, it's warm. It's not hot, but it's pretty warm. When you're on this side, it feels, I think, a lot hotter. I think I gotta eat something to cool down. I think we're gonna go get some ice cream or something to cool down. All right, I got some Dippin' Dots to kind of cool down with. So yeah, I stopped. If you come to Discovery Kingdom, if you know where the swings are, kind of when you first come, maybe walk straight. Across from that, there's a Dippin' Dots stand. I stopped there or what. And when the guy was scooping the ice cream, man, it felt so good in there because it was nice and cool. I told him, I'm like, you probably have the best job in the park right now because it's like nice and cool in there. You don't have to be out in the heat or what. So, all right, I'm gonna cool down with my Dippin' Dots. I'm walking by the backside of the stadium, the Dolphins. They used to have a bunch of scaffolding there, and now it's all gone. So, I mean, that's a good sign away. I was kind of thinking, I'm wondering if they're going to bring back the Dolphin show next week, because like I mentioned earlier, next week's World Conservation Day, and they're focusing on ocean. They made a full circle around the park. I think it's taking longer now because now I'm stopping to go on a few rides or what. Plus it was hot a few times. I just found a place in the shade just to cool off and get some water. I think next we'll head back to the DC universe, and we'll see how long some of the lines are. I tried to look on the app, but I'm not getting any internet connection or what. I'm hooked to the Six Flags Discovery Kingdom network, but it says there's no internet connection, so I'm wondering if they're having, I don't know, with the heat, they're having a little trouble with their internet today. I guess since the water rides are open today, that's the closest thing you're going to get to a water ride. Curious just kind of see how the day's going that we're here. We've been here since morning. Looks like Batman has a shorter line. I know, like I said this morning, it was just inside the building or what, and it was about 2 hours. I can't believe those people are waiting in the heat for that ride. I don't think I could do that. I mean, there's just like no shade. I mean, how long that ride is. Peace Joker doesn't look too bad. At least right there, there's some shade. I've noticed the last couple times I've been here, I think they've been running 2 cars because the line has usually been maybe around there. Or what, I've been here a few times where like all 3 of these switchbacks and all that queue is full. I heard him make an announcement a minute ago, and they said Wonder Woman's having some technical difficulties right now. I bet that line for Superman's probably long. Good thing we went this morning, because I think I only waited maybe about 15 minutes or so this morning. Yeah, it looks like right now that queue is like all pretty full. All right, I just realized that we walked by Oasis Plaza, but we actually never went in, or what? Because we went down the kind of the ramp, and then we went by the backside of the Dolphin Stadium. So I think maybe now we'll head over to Oasis Plaza. All right, finally made it to Oasis Plaza. Just walking by the Dolphin Stadium, you hear people talking over the loudspeaker, and then up in the stands, very in the top where the control booth is, I could see a couple people up there. So he said, wondering if they're just doing some rehearsals, and then hopefully they'll shortly have the dolphin show back. That line for Cobra is really short. Earlier when I went by Kong, I thought almost all that entire queue up there was full. In fact, part of it was on that bridge that goes when you go down that ramp on the side where the stadium is. If you're coming over from where like Boomerang is, I just couldn't believe the line for Kong was that long. I'm sure Medusa probably has a pretty long line. I think it turned out to be kind of a busy day today. I wasn't sure if the heat would kind of keep people away or what, but probably a lot of people wanting to get out, done with school. Like I said, I think pretty much most of schools are done this week. Just come up the line through Medusa, and I don't see much of a line usually this ride. I see like all this queue filled up, and there's like nobody here. I really kind of surprised. I'm sure this is probably pretty close to a walk-on. I mean, if you wanted to go, you probably could get right on, or maybe one or two trains. I think that does it for our time here at Six Flags Discovery Kingdom. Hopefully you enjoyed spending this day with me. It was kind of fun. We did some different things. I went on Superman for the first time. Fortunately, we didn't make it to Batman, but that's okay. Maybe next time. But we also got a Sidewinder Safari for the first time too on that, so not too bad, I don't think. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below. And if you're new to our channel, hit that subscribe button as we do new videos about different attractions around the Bay Area all the time. Until next time, this is Michael with Bay Area Attractions.